on a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful farm stay here in Kosh. Just being in the nature, the smells of the lavender, the birds, the chickens, the dog, the cat, and the host. So loving. I'm open to receiving this love. It's been a turnaround in emotion only because I literally was just having a panic yesterday. So many things happened, especially last night. And then I just became overwhelmed with like, whoa, I've done this before. I can do this again. Of course, I still feel a lot of uncertainty and anxiety, but there's that cloud and then there's the now and then there's the present moment. There's the uncertainty and there's the now and the present moment. And in this moment, I feel at peace. My host prepared this for me, all these fresh foods and fruits and vegetables and flowers from the garden and the farm. When I came in and I saw the color, I just was in awe and amazement, and I was just so grateful. And then here we have like the outside. Here's the kitchen. I'm about to use this kitchen to cook, and that's one of my favorite things to do. So I feel so happy and excited right now. So outside, it's like a hammock with a view. So I'm gonna get to cooking. One of the things that I like to do when I am feeling really, really sad is try and get some rest in. I think rest for me is really, really important and something that I value and I make sure to prioritize. Another thing that I do is I just cry. I just feel things. I've always been really, really sensitive. And I do think we live in a society that teaches children and adults to desensitize. But I've always just felt things really, really deeply. When I laugh, I laugh. Like I really laugh. And when I cry, I really cry. So when I'm feeling down, I just let it all out. And it's always better when I have someone on the other line or someone to share that sadness to. For some reason, it's always been helpful for me to communicate that sadness to somebody. Here on the farm, I can talk to a tree, maybe some flowers, and thank the land. I think making sure that I'm engaged with like the senses too. So that's why cooking is a big one, but smells. Like here, I just smell the lavender, and as I visualize smelling it, it just feels like a wave. These are some things I grabbed from the garden, and it is, I think this is rosemary? I don't know what this is actually. Anyways, all I know is this smells amazing, and I think I'm gonna do like a flower bath for myself to kind of do like a cleansing. I just love all these herbs. So, and I might do something with these opened walnuts too and get creative there. Maybe turn it into a little boat. Might do something with these walnut shells. So I came up a little bit to kind of get some sun. Ooh, my earring. Put that baby back in. Feels nice. And actually it feels a little too warm. I have like a couple layers on. Actually, I will keep them on. Why not be as warm as I possibly can? Now that you can hear the chickens all the time, 24/7. It feels really nice. I literally can only imagine this place during like high season, how warm it gets. And I can't imagine swimming in the Mediterranean when it's this warm, when it's that warm. But right now it's a little too breezy for that, I think. It's not overcast in this moment, but I can't tell if it's just because I'm in the mountains and I'm way up high. So it could be because of that. Yucel and his friend Fatih invited me over to their place for dinner. I brought over the basket of vegetables that Yucel had so graciously picked and curated from the farm. Yucel used the cucumber and the peppers and walnuts to make a delicious salad. Yucel asked if I wanted to see the city, so we headed down to Kaş. In Kaş, we walked around the town and I got more acquainted with the city. We also had Turkish tea and shared so much about our hobbies and our love for film. I'm looking at the view. I just feel like it's going to be a really good day today. Today, my intention is to swim in the Mediterranean, to lay down in the sun, to eat good seafood. And tell the host happy birthday. Last night, we had this incredible conversation, and we actually have a lot of similarities. He's a Taurus, I'm a Taurus. We both love Brazil. And he's into film, and I do my Super 8 filmmaking. And we were just talking about lighting and emotion, and how we can feel light. And that's kind of how I feel when I sit in the sun. Light is such a beautiful and powerful thing. And I do believe that we all have an inner light inside of us. And that's why I try my best to protect my inner light. So my stomach is so bloated. And none of the coffee, none of the oranges are helping me. So I just need to eat more fiber somehow. Get some more fiber in my system. Spinach, kale, something. We'll see. I haven't really been able to have like a full-on beach day where I'm just swimming and sitting in the sun. I did think that I would get a chance to do that, but it was just too cold. But maybe today I will go to the beach, I'll go to a market, and I'll also get to spend more time in the sun. I could here on the farm sit in the sun and just lay in it, but honestly, I want to see the blue water. Yeah. As I went to the beach and I decided that the water was too cold for me to swim in because it was already a cold day, even though the sun was shining. I was like, Yucel, what are you doing today? And He told me that he was going to go around and figure out how to build houses, and this is something that I was curious about, and I wanted to follow him. So we went to the place and the land, and this is it here. And it was beautiful, and he showed me so many things. He taught me so many things about his methods, and he taught me about the plants that exist, not only on the farm, but the land that we explored. Every moment felt meaningful. Today is my last day on the farm, at least for now. I'm definitely gonna come back here often. I definitely want to go to the beach, so I'm preparing for that now. And then get some dinner in the main town, go down the mountain. So I'm pretty excited. Before that, I do want to do tonight a nice flower bath, a nice flower cleanse. So I'm going to go foraging in the garden and the farm area to fetch some herbs, some flower petals. I'll probably use some of the flower petals from these flowers actually. But, ooh. I need to be careful. All right, so I'm gonna use some of the flower petals and make a nice bath for myself so I can finish my time here with like a nice sensual, calming bath. Oh, I actually think I may leave my hair down. It feels freeing. Since I went to this vintage store, not only were they selling like really nice Super 8 cameras, so I was like interested in getting one, but they had these glasses and I thought they looked cute. Practicing love, especially when I am feeling sad, it does have a lot to do with dressing up and feeling good in my skin. It's eating food that is medicine. It's making a flower bath. It's making fairy houses out of walnut shells. So food, cooking, and just dressing up, feeling good in my body, making sure the textures on my skin feel nice and warm. Meditating, being in nature, breathing in fresh air, being with cats and dogs. That's honestly the dream. Like, that's what makes me feel calm. That's what makes me feel good. And then that, and also gathering with other people, connection to the self, connection to the plants around me, and connection to other people. And I don't know why sometimes it's so hard to maintain all three. I mean, I do in the grand scheme of things. I understand that capitalism exists and that it makes it harder to gather with others because a lot of us are busy working, and then after work we're tired and we have to figure out how to take care of ourselves. But maybe I should do a video on this, honestly, my practices and how I'm learning to connect to myself, nature, animals, and those around me. So maybe I will do a video on that. But for the most part, these are some things that I do to feel love and be aware of the love that's around me, especially when I am feeling sad. Just noticing, observing, and I'm not gonna say that this completely changes my sadness around, but it does make a big, big dent, and I'm grateful for that. My birthday is soon, and I don't know. I'm feeling some anxiety about my birthday coming up. But also, that is kind of the main overwhelming feeling, like anxiety. But also in this moment, I also feel excitement for growing older and just a curiosity of what will turn out. I hope in the future that, I hope the future promises ease and rest for me. Peace and serenity, joy, laughter, amazing breakfasts, and amazing dinners. Gathered around family and friends. Cats are so precious. I started out feeling really, really overwhelmed and just really sad before I came here. And it's making me acknowledge that big impact that being in nature plays on my life. The mountains, the fresh air, being around animals, and I think ultimately just like the slower side of life. I love cities. I love being in cities. But now I find myself gravitating towards towns, even though I do oftentimes need accessibility. I just love smaller places where I can sit and be in nature, especially thinking back to my time spent in the Amazon rainforest without my phone working. It just makes me respect and honor times like this more. So I'm grateful. I picked some sage here, gained some florals,